What is ALE? ALE is SAGE MAS90's lookup engine from version 3.5 onwards. That's almost 10 years now. ALE stands for Advanced Lookup Engine. ALE had many objectives. First and foremost, it was to reduce the time that it takes to program and maintain lookups. Second, it was to provide the customer with unprecedented levels of flexibility in regards to lookups. Third, it was to standardize the way that lookups look and feel across all the MAS90 200 modules. Hi, I'm Christian Lanctot. I was the principal person behind ALE. I first identified the need for ALE after observing a coworker spend most of her time programming individual programs for each of the lookups. After looking deeper into the lookups and the programming code behind it, I saw that there was a real need for improvement, a way to give it more flexibility, a way to provide the programmers an easier way to develop these lookups. I was then asked to create a prototype that I could present to my superior and to the upper management. So afterwards, I spent about a year putting together ALE's main lookup engine code and the programmer utility that would be used to create the individual lookups. This was then followed by the wizard utility, or the wizard customizer I should call it, which I also designed and programmed myself. So let's see ALE in action. There is so much to see, so I'll just go over the main points. ALE has three main parts: the engine that drives the lookups, the customization wizard, and the maintenance program that allows programmers to create and maintain lookups. This is MAS90's launcher window. We expanded the accounts receivable module, and we go into the main subsection, and now we're going to launch customer maintenance. Right next to the customer number control is the lookup button. We press the lookup button, and this is ALE right there. The lookup window has the list view control, which is similar to a list box, but it has columns at the top. The results of the lookup are displayed inside the list view control. You can scroll up and down, you can select lines, and so on. You can change the list view sort order by clicking one of the column headers. In this case, the arrow points upwards on the customer number, which shows ascending order. Click it again, and the arrow points downwards, showing descending order. Now we can sort by name, ascending order, or name, descending order. Zip code ascending order, zip code descending order, and so on. The lookup window is resizable using the drag and drop in the corner, and we can also move it around. ALE will remember the last location of the window based on the lookup itself. For each individual lookup, ALE remembers where that lookup was last located and the size. I will now demonstrate the customization wizard for the administrators. This wizard is very similar to the one used by the users, the topmost level, minus the first two screens. First, we expand the library master. And then we go into the main submodule and launch the user lookup wizard. The first screen allows us to select the lookup code. So let's go back to our customer wizard, which is AR customer. Should be, there it is right there. Okay. Once selected, once you select the lookup, you have different combinations of customizations that have been done. They would be listed here under company code and user code in this box right here. Right now we don't have any, so we're not going to modify it. We are going to create a brand new one. The second screen allows the administrator to select the company code and a user code for the customization. So we have the company codes that are listed here on the left-hand side, ABC, ABX, and so on. And we can select all for every single company. Then we have the user codes. Normally the user codes would be listed here. In this case we have security turned off, but we're going to select all users. And then we hit the next button. The second screen shows the available fields for this particular table used in this lookup. On the right hand side is the fields that are selected currently right now in this lookup. We can move the selected fields over to from the left hand column over to the right hand column by pressing one of these buttons in the middle. As an example, I will move the city code over to the selected columns. There you go, that is done. If you scroll at the bottom of the left hand side of the left hand list view, you will see the linked fields. These fields are linked, these are tables that are linked to the main table, and we're showing all the fields within that table. So for example, if I click on the city here and I bring it over, it will show up as an AR salesperson.city. So this is the city for the salesperson, the main salesperson of this particular customer. We can also create new fields hitting the new button right here, where we will just give it a name such as calculation, give it 12 characters long. Justification, will justify it right, center, or left. We'll leave it as right as it is a numeric field. This is the numeric max to display it. And the calculated field itself, we can just click the tool to go into the calculated field builder. Now it shows only the numeric fields that are available. So we will just basically create a brand new one, which is credit limit minus the last payment amount. And that will give us a field. Clicking OK creates a brand new field called calculation. And I misspelled it. It doesn't matter. At the bottom of the right hand side, the right hand column, you can move the fields up and down. So we're going to move the salesperson down below calculation using this button right here. And we can also modify the fields. So let's say we click on city here and click modify, and we can change the heading, and we can change the width and the justification. So in this case, we'll call city something like town maybe, and that will change the heading. Next, we click the next button. This brings us to the filter screen. In the filter screen, you can select a particular column that is currently displayed in the lookup, such as customer number, and then we select the operand how we're going to filter this. So we can say begins with. We'll begin it with 01. Clicking the lock button prevents the end user from overwriting this filter. Remember, this is the administration level wizard we're looking at right now. The customer wizard does not have the lock field. We'll click the next button, and now we can lock the customization by turning on this checkbox right here, or we can change the title. The title to the lookup. We can change the default search to be by city, and we can change the default search option to be suppose contains. Next, we click the Finish button, and that has just created our customization. Let's go and check it out. Back at the Accounts Receivable main subsection, we click on Customer Maintenance. And in Customer Maintenance, we click the Lookup button, and there it is right there. Filtered by 01, Christian Lanctot's lookup for the title, and the search is by city contains, and that's the default search. Notice that the filters button is red. The reason it is red is because there is an existing filter. And there it is right there. The interesting part about this is that even if we hit the reset button, we cannot erase this filter because it's an administrative level filter and it's locked. So there you go. That is ALE in action. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. My name is Christian Lanctot, and I am essentially the ALE wizard.